students at Emory University are in the national spotlight right now. This is after protests against the Israel-Hamas war come to Atlanta. Police say they used tear gas and pepper balls just to break up these protests.
Atlanta News First reporter Rebecca Schramm is live just off campus. And Rebecca, police made at least 28 arrests out there yesterday.
That's right, Megan and Brooks. Something to keep in mind about Emory. This is a private university, so not just anybody is allowed on campus. They also have rules about noise levels. During the protests yesterday, the Georgia State Patrol ended up tasing a guy who refused to leave and then resisted arrest. They also used pepper balls to try to disperse the crowd. Take a look, because several students, non-students, professors, even a department chair were arrested on campus while protesting the war between Israel and Hamas. Later in the day, there was a Passover gathering of Jewish students and community members outside an Israeli-owned shop just off campus. Things got intense there when a pro-Palestine supporter showed up and started shouting at the group from across the street. Then back on campus, clashes continued between students and police. We spoke with people on both sides. You're about to hear from one protester who's not a student. He drove from Duluth to join the pro-Palestine protest. But first, we asked a Jewish student here at Emory if she feels safe with all this tension.
I don't at all. The anger, the tension is boiling over and someone's going to get hurt. I really do feel that way.
Actually put, action to our words. And if we don't do that, then who are we, right? And I care about that. I care about action. We have to do something. We can't just believe things. We have to take action.
Now, Georgia politicians are on opposite sides of what happened here at Emory. Republicans praising the show of force, Democrats opposing it and denouncing it. We will be watching to see if there are any more protests on campus today. Live at Emory in Atlanta, Rebecca Schramm, Atlanta News First.